I used to leave home to come here, and with my arms crossed on the back of my waist, I walked to a bench facing the river and sat down. I was fighting with the obsession to jump into the water and commit suicide.
Panda's awful story started 40 years ago. She had just been circumcised.
I've had a very hard life after being circumcised. I gave birth to my child by cesarean because of circumcision. I couldn't be pregnant for several years of marriage life. My doctor, a European, told me I won't be able to have more children because of my mutilations. He explained to me that when a woman is circumcised, her tubes are obstructed. She has vaginal discharge and painful menstruations, and she's exposed to all kinds of infections. When I got married in Kébémer, I had many problems for 7 years. I knew it wasn't my husband's fault, but he was constantly influenced by his mother in these words: "This one you brought here cannot have children. You must get another wife." This caused our divorce, and I decided never to get married again. I know a married man expects his wife to have children. I've heard a lot of bad things about me not wanting to get married. I'm sorry, but it's not so. It's just that I don't want to go through what happened to me again. This is why I don't want to commit myself again.
In Senegal, a fierce battle against female genital mutilations began in 1970 as a major action for the improvement of women's status. In 1997, the Senegalese president's address at the World Congress on Human Rights showed increasing political awareness of the need to eradicate FGMs. In 1999, under intense pressure from its female members, the Senegalese Parliament, the National Assembly, adopted Law 9905, prohibiting female circumcision. The law was reinforced a year later by a national action plan for the elimination of FGMs. Then, in 2010, further steps were made with the adoption of a new national action plan to accelerate the process of completely eradicating FGMs by 2015. This approach, developed by the Ministry of Family Promotion, is based on human rights and community responsibility. The United Nations Population Fund brings a technical and financial contribution to the implementation of the program by supporting the government and the NGOs involved. Penda, unfortunately, did not escape her terrible experience. After her divorce, Penda returned to her father's home in Xinjiang, a district of Podor, where she found support from all members of her family. Her sister gave her one of her own daughters to help her overcome her loneliness.
The girl's name was Raki Job. When she was born, her mother, who is my sister, told me, "You are lucky. You can keep her, as she's a girl." The little one was circumcised, and her father passed away in the same night. On the day of the funerals, a woman hurt the girl while giving her a bath. She didn't know that she had just been circumcised. Raki was crying, and the basin was filled with her own blood. After that, she was frequently sick, and this was very bad for her health. She stopped growing, unlike children of her age. It was obviously a consequence of circumcision. She finally died after a week in the hospital. It was a Saturday. Memories of my own experience flashed back to my mind. It was a painful day I will never forget. I will always remember her. She never complained about anything. I committed myself to never let this happen again, to fight female circumcision by all means. Both stories have been a trauma, and I am not ready to go through a third experience.
As indicated in the last 2005 health census, the issue of female genital mutilations is most prevalent in Senegal's northern region, where approximately 62% of women in the 15 to 49 age group are victims of circumcision. Memories of Raki still haunt Penda, in spite of the joy of having Maudo and Daba, two children kindly given to her by her sisters. Yet, Penda still hopes to have her own children. The complications during Penda's first and only pregnancy are quite common in this area. There is only one maternity center in this part of Fouta, covering 4 districts: Podor, Pete, Linguère, and Dara. This morning, 10 among the 12 patients hospitalized in the center are victims of female circumcision.
Ici, les cas qu'on reçoit, hein, comme on vous l'a dit, c'est les mutilations de type 2 qui sont vraiment les plus fréquentes dans la zone. Mais par contre, il peut y exister plusieurs types de mutilations. Il peut exister une mutilation génitale type 1 où vraiment c'est le prépuce seulement qu'on a enlevé. Et là, on laisse parfois le clitoris. Par contre, le type 2, c'est on enlève le clitoris et on enlève également le prépuce et on va refermer les petites lèvres. Mais par contre, le type 4, ça c'est une mutilation, ce qu'on appelle dans le jargon l'infibulation. Là, c'est une mutilation vraiment des organes génitaux externes.
The last type is quite shocking, with dramatic consequences.
J'ai une fois assisté à une césarienne dont la femme a été mutilée. Ce n'était pas le type 1 ni le type 2, mais c'est le type 4 dont la femme ne pouvait jamais accoucher par la voie basse. Elle a subi 3 césariennes et à la fin, on a fait une ligature des trompes à cette femme-là. Cette mutilation du type 4, vraiment, c'est vraiment marquant, ça fait mal vraiment. Toutes les sages-femmes et l'équipe qui était là-bas, ça nous choquait.
But the consequences of female genital mutilations are not just surgical operations. Some extremely complex situations may sometimes lead to death.
Suma doomu nijaay la woon boobu papam duggul woon enseignement léegi maam yi bu xale bi juddoo rek ñu daal di ne xale bi nañ ko yóbbu jongal ko jongal boobu topp xale bi di saigner hémorragie bi ëpp ñu daw ak moom ñu tiit ñu indi ko hôpital biñ ko indee hôpital jour boobu sax dafa tombé man ma garder man mi ci sama bopp mais bi ñu indee xale bi noonu ak kii bi xale bi finalement noonu la mujjee décédé ci suñu loxo te moo doon taawam tey bu dundoon tey war na am ay ñaar fukki at yu teg wala fanweer at yu teg.
Fatou Sow was a female circumcision matron between 1989 and 2000. So was her colleague, who was also a midwife.
ñu indil ma fii benn xaleel muy matu fukk ak ñeent la am ñu indee ma garder man ak sage-femme bi ñibbi këram man ma desee moom nee na ma surveiller ko waaye bu mu complet pour accouchement bi sonn naa si lool saignement bi dafa bari ba ma sonn ma woo ko ñu woo chirurgien bi ñëw après ñu ñaw ko ñu xam ne loolu jongal bii ko indi bu ñuy def moom dañ koy def ci suñu tutura ba borom dañu lay woo ba nga comprendre nga bàyyi dañu lay woo dañooy woo suñu kër ñu posé la question ba nga xam ne lii dëgg la te yenn saa yi bu ñu amee ku ñu yokk dañu lay woo ba nga taxaw ñu ne la gis nga lii moo indi affaire jongal bi kon bu duggee sa nopp boo demee di nga bàyyi waaw.
Overall, sensitization efforts targeting female circumcision matrons in particular and people from all walks of life in general have yielded very good results.
Doctor kam kala en foti rewede docteur kam kala ko wi tan yo acc en foti accede saabu docteur a yahat ha wiya amayi sowma wattuma guur sabi min garimde e mon ɗo comme ma enen onon coyi monti guur sage-femme gonɗo gallamen so hoɗi kam tan matiére.
Intensive efforts for the elimination of FGMs are taking place in the village of Luge Golombe, near Fanay. Alassane and Fatima, both members of the Association for Development and Support to Child Promotion, are the moderators of often contradictory debates on the issue.
One serna wi kadungal en dagi won wi sawelam kadna won wi sawelam ba sahadinti dum fo en haale mais so tawi en kaldata dum e koy men ha mbawen andude badden ko en mbawata sellude taw en wawa addude sukabe men walla enen koy men nyabuji adday men basal taw ko dum don addade men
joddin men do hande kal kaddungal enen gandi kambe kanko saltib kaddungal enen bide e kaddungal sukabe rewbe enen biden tawruden dum ko tanirabe men ken wadobe ken wadannobe dum en jeyani hen ay sadel goto woni halbe kadi mbi ko kadi men
saba tawi ko onon wiktoje mbiya men cadelen hen min mbawa tanka jabde kaldon ko sa haddani cukalel ma joni e yiyani hen cadele jodema ha woni cemede debbo yehi dañi hen cadele ina wawi tawi an ka human binni ina wawi e anda ko hedum wadi.
In Luge Golombe, female circumcision is a highly controversial issue. But there is good sensitization, as indicated by the village chief, who agrees on the relevance of eradicating FGMs.
Min de ina wayen gonmi min tan de mi ala hen mejo sabu minen kam min jibina tan min tawi dum wade ko dum adamo ganduda min tawi dum ko e leydi he ko hen min gonno e nder odo jamanu jontudo non laamu ngu e docteur be wonbe leydi he batti addude amen haalaji baadi ni wadde kaddungal rewɓe tawi ɗum bonnata diine amen min calaki ɗum te addata ko cellal e ɓalli amen min calaki ɗum
ɗum fof en ara eɗejen paakajen e gueɗe ɗe kutorto
diga man pelepe ato dangani ati ko hinu sikki jiba farangide kiyo karti yimmey ay ku sikki kunu fo ñay min darali alaysa bi jismi akli ku sikki ni fo ay sira ngana ga agam paten torno kiwa seren paten torno ati da harama khama loko sunna nga seren torno haramiya.
The Imam's argument is favorably received by people in the village, including Sira Danyako, who was a female circumcision matron for 25 years.
Soro fanunga golle kebea Kenya sigan kagada sigidi bata hure kenga iba kenta iba nke kentua kunte kenga ha igate amanya asuta amanya nkata amanya ndamugu kama totani si ano ma fubegan ntato kunte Kenya sigan gada wara.
Unlike her colleagues who dropped the blade before her, Sira Danyako did not directly benefit from Tostan's assistance. She received help through a global support given to her community. This is one of the new characteristics of the second National Action Plan against female genital mutilations, which covers 2010 to 2015. It is within the framework of this program that Tostan's efforts are supported by the United Nations Population Fund.
En 2006, l'UNFPA est venu encore nous accompagner, renforcer cette collaboration. Et en 2010, il y a eu ce projet conjoint qui nous a facilité le travail au niveau des régions de Saint-Louis, Matam, Tambacounda et Kolda. Et parmi cette intervention, nous avons eu à organiser 3 à 4 grandes déclarations. La déclaration de CDCB, la déclaration de Podor, la déclaration de Sédhiou, la déclaration de Kolda, et celle-là, c'est la 5e déclaration, la déclaration de Gatchari. L'excision est une norme sociale. Une norme sociale, la loi ne peut pas l'enlever d'un seul coup.
In fact, since 1999, Senegalese legislation describes female genital mutilations as a crime leading to 6 months to 5 years imprisonment. People have already been sentenced by courts in Kolda, Tambacounda and Matam. Those trials triggered protests from some religious lobbies. 10 years later, it appeared this law was not enough